Good day, students. How are you doing? How's been your day? I hope you're enjoying yourself. My name is Benjamin Ogaga Igose. Today we'll be handling basic technology. The topic for today is uses of wood, metals, and metallic alloy. So we want to look at the applications of wood, applications of metal, and metallic alloy. Let's first of all start with wood, because wood is an ancient material which they'll be using over time. Like the stages of this world, we have the stone age, the wood age, the metallic stage, and the computing stage. So let's first of all deal with wood. What is wood? You discover that wood is a very common material which is very common around us. It's very common. Wood is a hard, fibrous structural tissue found in the stem. It's also found in roots of trees and other woody plants. And it is divided into two. We have the hardwood and the softwood. So the hardwood is very hard in nature. It has a very high density compared to the softwood. And it has several applications. Like number one, for furniture making. Wood is very good in furniture making, like your chairs, your tables, even in your homes and offices. They make use of wood to make it. And also your shelf, your wardrobe, they make use of wood to make it. Even chairs, some powerful chairs that have a good design in the offices and homes, they make use of wood to make it. Even in Europe, there are some places in Europe they use wood to design their house, especially their roofing, even the body of the house, from the foundation to the roofing stage. And they will design it in a way that if care is not taken, you may not know that this house is made of wood. They will give it a fine design. And also wood can also be used for building constructions. You see some houses that they build, they make use of wood in terms of constructing it. Like example, you want to make the lintel, the beam during construction of the houses at the rough stage, they make use of wood. And also it can also be used as electrical poles. Those electrical poles, wooden ones that carries overhead cables and wires, they make use of electrical poles. So it uses electrical poles as in that area, which means wood is used in electrical poles. And also wood can also be used in making pulp and paper. Yes, like like the carbon paper, your writing materials, your book, your textbook, even the A4 paper, the A3 papers. They make use of wood, wood to make it. Yes, they make use of wood. Especially tissue paper is very good in that area. They make use of wood to make it. That's pulp. They first of all make it into pulp form. Then from there, the finished stage is talking about the paper making. And also wood can also be used in sculpture and design. Those are sculptural application. They make use of wood in fine art area. And also wood can also be serve as insulative material. You see most of your cooking pots, most of your cooking utensils, pots and fry pans, they make use of wood as the handle, which means wood, the handle part is made of wood, so that I can easily use it during heating. You can easily apply it in removing it from the fire, because it's an insulative material. It doesn't conduct heat. Now the next stage, we are going to look at metal. Metal is another wonderful material that is very, very much important. You can see most of your pots, your spoon, your stainless spoon, and other things at home, they make use of metal. It has several applications. Metals are materials that are malleable, that are hard, they are ductile, brittle, and lustrous, which means they can easily be malleable, that is heated. Which means you can apply force to heat it, which means it can be hammered. And also it has that lustrous material, which means that ability to shine. and also which means it has that brittlety in it, which means it can easily be broken into particles. And also is ductile, which means it has the ability of to be drawn into wire. That is that process is used in making your electrical wires and cables, because it's ductility, and also it has a very high melting point. So metals are classified as ferrous and non-ferrous metals. The ferrous metal contain iron, and the non-ferrous metal does not contain any iron in it. Does not contain any iron in it. But except we have some that are mixed, but mainly it doesn't contain iron in that form, except if it is stainless steel or steel, because steel is a combination of iron and carbon. But if it is stainless steel, it's a combination of iron, carbon, nickel, chromium, and other non-ferrous metal. So ferrous metal examples are, we have the cast iron, we have the wrought iron, we have the high carbon steel, we have the low carbon steel, and we have the medium carbon steel. All I mentioned, they have their applications. And the non-ferrous metals are the copper, the lead, the aluminum, the zinc, the tin, the brass, the bronze, the copper-nickel, and the duralumin, etc. There are so many of it, and they have several applications. Like the cast iron. The cast iron is used in manufacturing engine cylinder blocks. Most engine cylinder blocks in a car, some buses, they make use of the cast iron because it is very heavy and it has high density. So most of this engine part, they make use of cast iron. And also they also use it to make surface plates, machine parts, machine bodies, and also piston rings. And also copper, another wonderful alloy, and aluminum, they are very useful in electrical cables and wires, especially the aluminum and copper. They are very useful in that area. The reason why they use aluminum, because it's very cheap. Not that it's the best material. Silver is the best conductor ever, but they prefer using aluminum if you are considering the cheapness, because it is very cheap. It's the cheapest metal so far. So that's why they use aluminum as a conductive material in electricity generation. And also copper too is another wonderful one. They use it in ornament works and other work. And also duralumin is another alloy of aluminum which they use in producing aircraft bodies and other car bodies. It's another wonderful one. So most aircraft, they are designed using duralumin. It's an alloy of aluminum. And also we have nickel. Nickel is another wonderful one they use in producing the coin, that's money coin, the metallic coin. And also they use silver too as another metal they use as an alloy they use in producing coin, as money coin. Also they use tin too. Tin is very useful in coating food container. Most food container you see, they use tin to make it. And also cans, those soft drinks like the Pepsi. There's some drinks that are in can, like some beer, they make use of tin can. Also sometimes they use aluminum too as their can, because it doesn't rust. It doesn't rust when it comes in contact with air and water. So they can't use iron, because when they use iron when it comes in contact with air and water, it can easily rust. And when it rusts, it's going to contaminate those food products. So that's why it's not suitable to use iron, because it's a very corrosive material. So they prefer using aluminum, and sometimes they use stainless steel too, because it has a high resistance of corrosion. And also they use it to produce sheet plates and other area. Then another one wonderful alloy is brass. Brass is very good in decorative items, ammunition, electric appliances. And also they use it in producing musical instruments. Even bronze too, they also use bronze to produce musical instruments. They use it to produce statues, carving ornaments, and gear and ship propeller. You can see that Those alloy, they play a very wonderful role in that area. You can see pictures showing a man designing a wooden chair, and also I told you that it can also be used in producing chairs. Wood can also be used in producing chairs and other furniture, other office appliances like a table, a desk, and other form. There is ship. You can see the ship building, which they use metal to produce it. Then you can see another one, the picture showing machine parts, which they use some cast iron to produce it. Then also you see a multi-metal, where metal like aluminium is being melted into a very high temperature. The melting point of aluminium is 600 degrees Celsius. It's another wonderful one. I believe you enjoy your day. I'm going to leave you the assignments. The assignment is stated below. List 3 industrial applications. Give me other industrial applications of ferrous and non-ferrous metals, and also 3 other uses of wood different from the one I've given you. I hope you enjoy your day. Once again, my name is Benjamin Gaga Igose. Have a nice day. Bye.